This is $1 million in cash. Well, 1.3 million, but unlike everybody else, I'm gonna show you how to get it. Now, I'm gonna give y'all the full blueprint on how to obtain your first 7 figures. And as always, if y'all wanna connect with me hands-on, you can do so by booking the call. Link is in the bio. No, I ain't holding nobody for ransom. It's not drop shipping. It's not day trading. It's not virtual sales. It's not life insurance. It's not even building a personal brand. It's simply the art of leveraging credit. Now, keep in mind, credit is credit, which means it has to be paid back, which means we got to use this money to leverage into a business that cash flows every single month. Now, look, people, credit is the long game. Now, I'm not saying you're going to be able to achieve this within 30 days. I'm not going to say you're going to be a millionaire within 6 months. What I can tell you is if you follow this blueprint, word for word, bar for bar, I guarantee you will access at least $1 million in funding within a year to a year and a half of leveraging credit. Now, as I said prior, this is a leveraging game. Leverage means we're using capital to build trust to access more capital. So even when you're starting with secured products, we'll get into in a minute, you're not losing any money. We're not spending any money. We're leveraging it. Okay, when you're first starting off on the credit side, you need to have your personal credit in order, which means you need to have at least a 680 credit score and be making around 4K a month on paper. If you're a hustler, you need to watch some of my other videos to learn how to use your cash to build proof of income. Video for another day. And you also need at least 5 years of age. Now, when you're building your credit or cleaning your credit, and you do need to add age, you can add a trade line just for age, just to access our first round of funding. Now, when it comes to the banks and building relationships and credit stacking, you cannot have that trade line on your credit. 1, banks don't like it, and 2, the trade line gonna fall off anyway. So, clean your credit if you need to clean your credit first. Once you have a 680 credit score, make sure you have proof of income with whatever bank you're working with, have at least 5 years of age. And if you don't got 5 years of age, right before you go for funding, add a trade line. Now, that takes us to our first round of funding. Our first round of funding has to come from secondary lenders, okay? You got primary hard lenders like Chase, BOA, Wells Fargo. You have primary soft lenders like credit unions, Navy Federal, DCU, PenFed, banks like that. Secondary lenders are separate financial institutions that don't have a bank account. They primarily base your approvals on your income and your credit score and any recent inquiries. So don't just go applying for stuff, use the strategy. With that being said, we credit stack with these secondary lenders. There's a certain method that you gotta go by when it comes to getting approved from multiple different secondary lenders without the inquiries colliding and getting you denied for future approvals. They will give you anywhere between $15,000 and $75,000 all collectively, which means the minimum is $5K. The maximum I've seen $65,000, $70,000 from one lender, okay? If y'all need the full list of secondary lenders, make sure y'all check out the community, link is in the bio. With that being said, once we access our first round of funding, we use that as leverage to start building our banking relationships. I wish I had a stick. Now, the relationships are very, very important because these are the hard lenders, okay? These are the people that's gonna give you the big bag. Yes, we could put together around $100,000 in the best case scenario with secondary lenders, but the main bread comes in with hard lenders. Okay, so when you're building these relationships, make sure you open up a checking and a savings account with one credit union. We gotta build with one first. Local credit union, don't gotta be Navy Federal, don't gotta be nothing crazy. We need to get their secured products, which means a secured loan, a cash collateral loan, AKA a pledge loan, which means you will deposit your money into a savings account. Once that money seasoned for 30 days, you can then borrow against that, which means they will hold your money and give you new money. So if we start with 5K, you put 5K in the savings. Once it's seasoned, you borrow against it, they'll give you a $5,000 loan, which will go on your credit. They will keep your $5,000, you have their $5,000. Once it's paid back, you get your $5,000 back. Like I said, we're leveraging credit. The money ain't going nowhere, okay? With that being said, with these loans, you need to run my 80-20 play to maximize on our leveraging and also save time because like I said, we're trying to reach $1 million within 12 months in the credit game. So you'll run my 80-20 play, which means we will pay off 80% of that loan as soon as we get it. So you'll wait about 2 weeks, pay back 80%, okay? Once it's paid back, the bank will adjust your next minimum payment for the next few years, okay? So if you make the payment today, they're gonna say you don't owe another payment until 2027, 2028. That's not what we're doing though. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna call them and ask for a payment adjustment, which means they're gonna take your minimum payment and they're gonna lower it because so much is paid back already. Once that's done, we're gonna make our minimum payments for the next 2 to 3 months to go ahead and finish paying off the rest of that 20%. Once that loan is paid back, like I mentioned, that money will come back to you. So Once you get that 5,000 back, let's say that's the number we're using, you'll then put that on a secured credit card, okay? That's the second secured product with this one institution. This is all going towards building your internal banking score, okay? With these secured credit cards, you need to liquidate it, which means you need to get the money off that credit card, use that same money to pay that credit card back a couple days before your statement date. The statement date is not the same as the due date, okay? They'll say that you owe your minimum payment on the 8th, but it's gonna update on the 3rd. Okay, which means if you max your credit card out, even though you're gonna pay it back on the due date, once you pay it back, it's already reported that you got 100% utilization, which is gonna be stuck on your credit for the next 30 days. Okay, so make sure you check your payment date and your statement date. Pay it back a couple days before your statement date, okay? Now, when it comes to liquidating credit cards, I like to use invoice services, payment processors, or merchant accounts. Spend your own money on the account. The money goes to a secondary bank. Take the money from the bank, pay the credit card back. Video for another day. From there, okay, our relationship is built with one bank. Now we can access unsecured funding. Now, when we're building these relationships, in order to maximize on our approvals, maximize on how much capital we can have all at once, you want to be credit stacking, which means you need to go through one bank that reports to one bureau, and you also want to choose the banks that allow you to get 2 to 3 products with one inquiry, meaning that you'll get a line of credit, a credit card, and a loan with one inquiry. And it will be under one bureau, which means we have 2 more open bureaus that we can rerun the same process with, which means you'll have 9 credit products, okay? Follow along. With that being said, rinse and repeat the same blueprint when it comes to building a relationship with 2 more credit unions, okay? Once that's done, we can go for unsecured funding. We want all of our secured loans paid off, and we want our secured credit cards in good standing. And if you are more on the poorer side and you need your money back from the credit card, you can always terminate your secured credit card once you get your unsecured credit card and get your money back, okay? With that being said, once you start credit stacking with these banks, accessing multiple products with one inquiry, multiple banks, each bureau, you can easily put together at least $150,000 to $200,000, okay? That's a minimum of $50,000 per bank, which if you've been in the credit space for a little bit or you heard about credit, I'm pretty sure you know somebody with a $50,000 loan or a $50,000 credit card. With that being said, we use this capital to leverage into the business side of credit, okay? Like I mentioned, this is a leveraging game. I know $150,000 sound good, but you have to be disciplined with this money. Don't go spending it on bullshit and fuck up the whole play. Now, on the business credit side, you need to have at least an 80 paydex score to start accumulating funding. You can easily do that by adding net 30s and net 60s. They're like business primaries, okay? Get a bunch of those, pay them all the way off. You'll get gas cards and store cards. So like Shell, Chevron, Office Depot, Office Max, stores like that will give you a business credit card, which will increase your business paydex score. Okay, also secure products on the business side, but that's step 2. Okay. Once we have at least an 80 paydex score, we go to building the business banking relationships, which is almost similar to building the relationships on the personal side, just on a bigger scale, which means we will use this capital that we access on the personal side, that $150,000, to leverage into the business side of credit with high limit secured accounts. So not all banks allow you to get business secured loans and secured credit cards, but certain ones do. As I mentioned, if y'all want the list, community link in the bio, okay? I'm gonna give y'all one though, Blue Vine. They allow you to get secured products. Now, we stacking with these banks that we're building with. Since we have $150,000, we can use $100,000, save $50,000 to make the payments on the personal loans. That way we don't fall behind on the personal side because we can't mess up the personal credit. Use the $100,000 to leverage through these different banks. You can do that $30,000 at a time, okay? $30,000 secure loan, $10,000 secure credit card. Run the same play we did on the personal side. Once you access these high secure products, once the loans are paid back, you get that money back. Now here's a big hack. When it comes to business loans, business secured loans, instead of paying them all the way back and then going for unsecured funding, you wanna drop it down to 95%, okay? You wanna have this loan account open because we're dealing with business credit, and once the account is closed, that shortens your credit report on the business side. Okay, so leave that open, leave it in the good. Leave your credit cards good, leave a secured loan at 95%. From there, we are ready for our first round of business funding, okay? Like I mentioned, we credit stacking, so we have multiple banks that pull from different bureaus, multiple products per bank. I hope I'm not talking too fast. With that being said, you will run the same blueprint we did on the personal side with the unsecured funding on the business level, which means when we start stacking these loans, stacking these credit cards, you're gonna be looking close to 80 to maybe $120,000 per bank, being that we're dealing with 3. That's gonna put you anywhere between $250,000 to $500,000 in funding on the business side. Now we're still not done, okay? Discipline, people. Each round of funding is leveraged to access more and more and more and more capital, okay? The name of the game is leverage. It costs a lot more to run a business profitably than you think, and it takes a lot longer to become profitable with a new business than you think. So this is all under one LLC. All of this business side right here, that's one LLC, okay? Here's where the hack comes in. We access $250,000 to $500,000 in funding with this one LLC. Our personal credit is still in the green. We still have our $50,000 left over, making our payments every single month. We're leveraging the rest of that funding through secured products, which means, like I mentioned, once you pay it back, you get it back. Once we access our unsecured funding on the business side, you will then pay back the rest of the secured funding and terminate your secured credit cards on the business level, because now we have unsecured accounts to make up for those accounts. Once you terminate it, once you pay it back, we get all that money back, which means we will get that full $90,000 to $100,000 back, whatever we use to leverage, and then we can pay back our personal funding. But like I mentioned, pay it down to 95%, leave that 95% reporting. That way when we start personal guarantee and business funding for more LLCs, we'll always get approved for around the same amount. Now, keep in mind, you gotta have your LLC structure right. There'll be a video for that on my page. And you also have to personal guarantee it, and it takes at least 3 months in each stage, okay? So right here, it's gonna take about 3 months on the personal side. We're cleaning and building, we're accessing funding, we're building relationships, we're accessing unsecured funding, okay? That's 3 months right there. Once we jump into the business side, we have to build our business credit and build our business banking relationships, which takes another 3 months, okay? That's 6 months right there to access your first $250,000 to $500,000 in funding. And I teach that hands-on, like I mentioned, book a call, link in the bio. Now, like I mentioned, this is where the hack comes in. We will rinse and repeat the same process, but you cannot do it with the same LLC, and you also can't do it in the same state. So what you have to do is file a foreign entity, which allows you to own and operate a business in a state that you do not reside. But they recently updated the laws and regulations and everything, so you need a physical address in that state in order to file a foreign entity, not a virtual address. It doesn't work anymore. So the best thing to do, take a little bit of this money, go get you a Section 8 property, $900 a month, pay a little $900 a month so you have a physical address, file your business, get the LLC up and running. Use Utah, Nebraska, Wyoming, what's another one? Delaware. These are all states that you can file a new LLC for like $50. In Texas, it's $400. In Florida, I believe it's like $399. Cali is around $399. New York. So don't choose none of the expensive states when it comes to LLC stacking with foreign entities, okay? With that being said, once you have these multiple LLCs, we will use our big business funding. We have $250,000 to $500,000, so we can run this play with multiple LLCs, multiple banks that pull from different bureaus that give you multiple products with one inquiry per bureau, so you can easily stack up and rerun this same business blueprint to access another $250,000 per LLC. Even if we keep it on the small side, minimum $250,000 per LLC, we have 4 of them, that's $1 million in funding. Now look, people, $1 million is a lot of money, so please do not do anything stupid, because keep in mind, this is still credit, it still needs to be paid back, which means you need to leverage this $1 million into a cash flowing business. Whether you start from scratch or invest into your own business, that's up to you. But what I always recommend with everybody, when you get funding, put aside at least 25% of that. Use some of that funding money to make the payments every month until your business starts becoming profitable. That way you never fall behind. Do not put $1 million into a business and then start coming out of pocket to make the payments every single month while you're trying to grow a business, while you're trying to scale a business, and while you're building your brand. So put 25% aside, use that to make some of the payments, and then put the rest of it into an actual business that you know will cash flow. Now, keep in mind, when you start a new business, it will take time for it to become profitable. So be smart with it.